Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Sri Jain Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, in the last lecture, we completed the addiction of alcohol and its prevention, addiction of tobacco, preventive measures for the same. And today we are going to start with a very interesting topic, drug abuse. Okay, so what different points we have to actually register, we have to consider in this topic, drug abuse. Drug is basically a chemical entity, it is a chemical substance present in a medicine that is used for different purposes like prevention, diagnosis, treatment, or cure of a particular disease. When this chemical substance present in a medicine, okay, it is abused or it is taken or it is indulged in a habit, okay, without any necessary reason, it becomes the part of addiction. So coming to the first point, it means unnecessary usage or addiction to a drug. Drug is a chemical substance present in medicine. Okay. The scope of term drugs is not limited to recreational substances. It may also include analgesics, sedatives, stimulants, steroids, etc. Okay. So drug is any substance or product that is used for making the person feel good, or it is intended to be used to modify or to explore physiological systems or pathological states for the benefit of the recipient. So drug is a chemical substance which is used by the recipient for either to achieve the state of high or euphoria, or to benefit the pathological states or physiological systems of the body. Commonly abused drugs include opiates, cannabinoids, coca, coke alkaloids. Majority of these are obtained from flowering plants, while some are obtained from fungi. Many medicinal plants they use to deliver these drugs, but these drugs are abused by us, okay, or abused by the drug abusers. So we should stop this practice, as these medicines they are having a particular or therapeutic use. But apart or beyond from this therapeutic use, if someone is using these drugs or agents unnecessarily, then it becomes a part of a problem or habit. Opioids, they bind to specific opioid receptors present in the central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. Morphine, it is a modified form of heroin. Okay, morphine and its modified form, morphine and its modified form, these are all opiate derivatives like heroin. Are opiates derived from poppy plant, remember the name, Papaver somniferum, this is the scientific name. Okay, so morphine and its modified form like heroin, they are the opiates derived from poppy plant, and the scientific name is Papaver somniferum. So opium, afim is derived from poppy plant, okay, and its derivatives like morphine, codeine, heroin, and pethidine. Okay, so I'll write here that it gives what opium. Opium is afim, and its derivatives like morphine, codeine, pethidine, and heroin. Okay, they are ingested by snorting or injection, so they are given by different routes. Their consumption causes slowing down or slow mo, relaxing the body, okay, So it helps to slow mo or slowing down the functions of body. Cannabinoids are a group of chemicals which interact with cannabinoid receptors. They are obtained from plant cannabis sativa. So one is poppy plant, Papaver somniferum, which gives morphine, codeine, heroin, and pethidine, which are all opium derivatives. Another is cannabis sativa or hemp plant. Hemp plant. Okay. The leaves and flowering tips. Leaves and flowering tips. Okay. They are the part from where different types of alkaloids are obtained. Okay. And in case of Papaver somniferum, the part which is used is unripe capsules or fruit. Unripe capsules or fruit. All these products, right? Now, the leaves and flowering tips. Now, the different cannabinoids are bhang, charas, marijuana, etc. Okay. The drugs include marijuana, hashish, charas, ganja, all are cannabinoids. They are ingested by inhalation or oral consumption. They induce euphoria, state of euphoria, okay, and a high, state of high very quickly. They also tend to increase the appetite. They also tend to increase the appetite. So charas, ganja, hashish, marijuana, they are ingested. They have been mode of intoxication is either inhalation or oral consumption. They induce euphoria and they produce a state of high very quickly. They are also tend to increase the appetite. They increase the appetite. Coke alkaloids like cocaine is obtained from coke plant Erythroxylum coca, native to South America. Coke alkaloids, it is obtained from, okay, cocaine is obtained from coke alkaloids or coke plant, Erythroxylum coca. Okay, the leaves and young twigs of this plant is used to deliver cocaine. Okay, it affects the central nervous system, creating a sense of euphoria, competitiveness, and energy. Okay, so it creates a sense of euphoria, competitiveness, and energy. Excessive dosage of cocaine causes hallucination. Okay, excessive dosage of cocaine cause hallucination, right? So hallucination causing drugs, they are known as what? Psychedelic drugs. Okay, we will be discussing in the coming slides. Drugs like barbiturates, amphetamines, benzodiazepines that are normally used as medicines to help the patients cope with mental illness like depression, insomnia, and they are antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs, okay, are often abused by for recreation. Sports person may develop addiction to painkillers. Bodybuilders may resort to excessive use of steroids to build up muscle tone. Okay, so anabolic steroids nowadays it is very much used by bodybuilders. This type of drug abuse also has a very detrimental impact on the body. Okay, so all these drugs you have to remember, especially the benzodiazepines, amphetamines, barbiturates, cocaine. You have to remember the name, right? Now, this is the chemical structure of cocaine cannabinoid molecule. This is cocaine and this is cannabinoid molecule. Okay, you can see the picture. Okay, understood? This is the diagram, and you can see there they are so complex organic compounds, right? Cocaine and cannabinoid. This is also known as morphine, right? Okay. Coming to next, classification of drugs. So drugs are basically classified. All these drugs are habit-making drugs or habit-indulging drugs, and they are known as what? Habituating drugs. Habituating drugs. These habituating drugs, they are classified as psychotropic drugs, which are basically used as a medicine to improve the mental activity of a person. They are classified into four major groups: tranquilizers, sedatives and hypnotics, opiates and stimulants. Okay, so tranquilizers, they decrease tension, anti-anxiety, and produce a feel of calmness. Most important, without sedation or sleep. Without sedation, sedating and inducing sleep. Okay, so it mainly includes the major tranquilizers, phenothiazines. Phenothiazines, major tranquilizers, major tranquilizers. Okay, phenothiazine or major tranquilizers, they are antipsychotic. Okay, when it act against psychosis, especially schizophrenia. Example, schizophrenia. No, not example. Against schizophrenia. Okay, the example of the drug is Resparine. Example is Resparine. Reserpine. Reser, Reserpine. Okay. Then the minor tranquilizers, which include benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepines, they behave as inhibitory neurotransmitter GABA aminobutyric acid. Okay. So they are also anti-anxietic and antiphobic. Example, diazepam, trizolam, right? So these are the major tranquilizers and minor tranquilizers. Minor tranquilizers include benzodiazepines. Okay, so I'll write down benzodiazepines, minor tranquilizers. Then sedatives and hypnotics reduces excitement. These drugs reduces excitement, decreases the pain, decreases the physical and psychological activity, causes drowsiness and leading to sleep. Understood? Examples, barbiturates, barbiturates. Okay. So Sedatives and hypnotics, barbiturates, okay, they produce the sleep inducing effect. Understood? Now, coming to next, barbiturates, they are CNS depressant. Okay, they depresses the CNS. They are commonly used as the sleeping pills, right? Now, next is barbiturates. I have already explained. Okay, already explained. Benzodiazepines also already explained. Benzodiazepines, they act as both tranquilizer plus sedative or hypnotics. Okay, they are seen as depressant. Next, opiate. Opiate or opioid narcotics. Okay, opiate or opioid narcotics. These drugs are derived from opium. Okay, and that's why they are known as what? Opiates or opioids in poppy plant. Okay, they are analgesics, painkiller. They bind to specific opioid receptors present on the CNS or GI tract. So they act as a painkillers. Afim, which is obtained from the afim is a type of latex from unripe fruits. Okay, that is capsules of poppy plant. Papaver somnifer. It is a reddish brown in color. It has a heavy smell and bitter taste. Opiates, they have narcotic, analgesic, and astringent and sedative effect. Produce narcotic, astringent, sedative, and analgesic. Okay, they decreases the respiratory activity and causes constriction of pupil. Respiratory activity and causes constriction of pupil. Okay, opium derivatives. It includes morphine, Chemical formula C17H19NO3. Morphine, it was isolated by Sir Turner in 1805 after the Greek word Morpheus. Morpheus means god of dreams. Okay, it is a strong analgesic. Analgesic. Strong analgesic along with sedative and calming effect. Morphine depresses the respiratory center. Depresses the respiratory center. Decrease in blood pressure. Bradycardia. Slow heartbeat. Understood? Morphine can release ADH and reduce urine output. Reduce urine. Right? Now, morphine is a very effective sedative and painkiller. Its derivative diacetyl morphine hydrochloride is used as sugar or smack. Diacetyl morphine hydrochloride. Smack. Okay. Coming to next, stimulants. Apart from these morphine, some more opioids are there like codeine, heroin, pethidine, okay, smack, which is known as what, brown sugar, okay. Now coming to stimulants. Stimulants, they stimulate the nervous system. To increase the alertness, wakefulness of a person. They used to take these stimulants. The addiction of stimulants is psychological. Okay, it includes caffeine, chemical formula C8H10 H4C2, and the chemical name is 1,3,7 trimethylxanthine. It is a white crystalline alkaloid which is bitter in taste. White crystalline. Bitter in taste. It is obtained from the leaves of tea plant Thea sinensis. Tea is obtained from the Thea sinensis tea plant. Coffee is obtained from, okay, coffee is obtained from coffee plant. Okay. So caffeine, it basically acts as a mild stimulant. It acts as a mild stimulant. It increases, or it act as a cardiac and respiratory stimulant. It act as mild diuretic, mean increases the urine output. Increases the basal metabolic rate, etc. Okay. Now, other stimulants are cocaine, crack, betel nut. These all are natural. And one of the synthetic stimulant is amphetamine. Understood? Now, coming to next slide. Among all these, we have to learn slide about amphetamines. They are synthetic stimulants. They are commonly called pep pills or anti-sleep drugs. Okay, they act as CNS stimulant, increases the alertness of a person, capacity, increase working capacity. Okay, so these are used as anti-sleep drugs. Okay, now the metabolism of amphetamines is very slow in body. The drug is traced in urine for several days, subsequent days, and that is why it is one of the drug which is which is included in the dope test for athletes. We checked dope test for athletes. Okay, so this is all about the amphetamines, psychedelic drugs, which includes hallucinate, hallucinating agents or hallucinogens. Hallucinogens, they produce a dreamlike state, euphoria. The person no remain longer in the touch with reality as he is in own world. So person see sound and hear color without any particular reason or cause. They are also known as vision producing drugs. Lysergic acid dimethylamide. It is most powerful and obtained from Claviceps purpura. Okay. Claviceps purpura is a parasite on ripe plant. Then mescaline, psilocybin, and cannabinoids, they all are psychedelic drugs which causes the hallucinogens, okay, or hallucination. Cannabinoids, it includes charas, ganja, marijuana, hashish. Charas is only known as hashish. The active principle in charas or hashish is tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. Okay. Cannabinoids already discussed. Just remember the name bhang is obtained from cannabis sativa. Okay. Fresh dried leaves and flowering shoots of both male and female plants. Ganja, it is obtained from dried, unfertilized female inflorescence of cannabis. Charas, it is the dried resinous extract from flowering tops and leaves of cannabis sativa. Okay, and then comes marijuana. Dried leaves and flower of female plants of cannabis. Okay, the most active ingredient of marijuana is delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Okay, now comes addiction. What do you mean by addiction or the drug dependence? If a person comes in a habit of taking the above mentioned drugs without any reason, so that is addiction. Just for to reach the state of euphoria high. Okay. Now the drug dependence is of two types. Psychological and physical. Psychological dependence and physical dependence. Psychological dependence, it develops when the individual believes that normal condition of well-being is achieved only through the action of the drug. Okay. Physical dependence is also physiological dependence. It is basically when a person comes in a habit of taking the drug again and again, it becomes necessary for that person to maintain the balance, physiological balance. To maintain physiological balance. Without the balance gets disturbed or altered. Okay. So there are two types of dependence: physical dependence and physiological dependence. Psychological dependence and physiological dependence. Psychological dependence mean when a person feels or he thinks that after taking drug only he or she will be will feel normal, behave normal. And the physiological or physical dependence, it means that without the drug the balance of the body, the equilibrium of the body gets disturbed. So to set it, again, or to make it in a best of its condition, the person or he or she takes the drug again. What are the drug withdrawal symptoms? Hypertension, sympathetic overdrive, when the sympathetic nervous system becomes over functional. Okay. When the sympathetic overdrive is seen or overfunctional of sympathetic nervous system, then emotional disturbance, deficiency of adrenaline hormone, acute adrenaline deficiency. Okay. Frequency of muscular incoordination. Incoordination. It is not coordination. Incoordination increases. Means scissors. Cardiovascular. Okay, and many more. What happens when the combination or cocktail of drug is given? Some addicts use mixtures of drugs to have immediate kick or high. Stimulus, simultaneous use of drugs and alcohol may have dangerous effect or may be fatal. A mixture of cocaine and heroin called speedball leads to the fast kick of cocaine and the prolonged high of heroin. Okay, so heroin gives a prolonged high, the person feels high for a very long time, and cocaine gives a very fast kick. Okay, alcohol and other depressants like barbiturates dramatically increased depressant effect. Alcohol plus antihistamines mark drowsiness, normally little or no sedative effect. Alcohol and benzodiazepines, rapid increase in sedative effect, often dramatic. Alcohol and marijuana, decrease coordination, increase reaction time, impaired judgment. Alcohol plus aspirin, increase risk of damage to gastric mucosa. Okay? Effects of drug abuse, already discussed. What are the different, like, I'll revive the effects. Disbalance in nervous system, okay, like psychosis, neurosis, motor impairment, okay, increased risk of AIDS and hepatitis, doping of drugs to increase muscular endurance, impotency, chromosomal aberrations, renal failure, hormonal changes, mood fluctuations, effect of family and society. Okay, so these are the common effects of drug abuse seen. Prevention and treatment, it includes avoid unnecessary peer pressure, mass communication, increasing awareness, making people educated, okay, education and counseling. Understood? Professional help and medical checkup. Routine medical checkup. So these are possible prevention and treatment methodologies which are adopted by the person suffering from, or the abusers which are suffering from drug abuse. Okay. So, my dear students, we have completed drug and drug abuse, and the whole unit, the whole unit of health and disease is completed. So, my dear students, we will be starting a new unit in the next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, stay healthy.